What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is Tuesday, April 14th, and in today's video, we're going to be going over tonight's two-game NBA slate. The NBA playoffs have arrived. We have two playing games taking place later tonight. We get the Miami Heat and the Charlotte Hornets. We also have the Portland Trailblazers and the Phoenix Suns. Super excited to find some value with you guys over on PrizePicks. We're going to be utilizing the Fantasy Player Props Optimizer over at Upside Tools to help find us the best plays in real time using math and data. If you guys are new to the channel, if you want to hit that subscribe button, that would be absolutely amazing. Go ahead and throw a like on this video as well. It really helps out the channel. And then make sure you turn on that notification bell so whenever I do post these daily pick videos, you get notified first. We've honestly been very hot over our last three videos, so hoping to continue that success for tonight's two-game NBA slate. Also, if you guys want to come check out Upside, there are 5-day free trials in the description below. Highly suggest doing so. Throughout the duration of this video, we're not only going to build out a slip, but I'm going to show you why you should be taking specific plays when building out slips on PrizePicks. So let's go ahead and jump in. Like I mentioned, two games. We got the Heat and the Hornets. Hornets at home. Charlotte 5.5-point home favorites. 228.5 over under. And then we have the Phoenix Suns hosting the Portland Trailblazers. Phoenix at home 3.5-point home favorites. 217.5 over under. We're going to start obviously using the Fantasy Player Props Optimizer. Really good value on the board right now, so let's go ahead and dive in. We're going to start with Kalkbrenner under 4 points. Now, we can see by utilizing this tool that all of these different sports books actually have this set to 3.5, his total over under. And if I actually expand this, we can see that something like FanDuel is the sharpest sports book when it comes to setting their NBA player prop lines and odds. They have this over under at 3.5 with no lean on either side. So minus 114 on the over and the under. We're getting this on PrizePicks at 4. We can see DraftKings has this set at 3.5 as well. A little bit of juice on the over. ProfitX has this set at 3.5, as does Caesars, as does Hard Rock, as does Flip. So all these sports books currently have this set to 3.5. And two of the sharpest when it comes to setting the NBA player prop markets, or they're setting NBA player prop markets, FanDuel being the sharpest, DraftKings a little bit behind them. Both have this set 0.5 lower. So we're getting Kalkbrenner 0.5 higher on PrizePicks. It is a push prop, but that's okay. If we're building out a 5 or a 6 flex slip, we're okay to take a push prop. So we'll start with Kalkbrenner under 4 points. Moving on down the list, Davion Mitchell over 13.5 points and assists. Again, all these different sports books that we're comparing to have this set 1 point higher. ProfitX, DraftKings, FanDuel, Caesars, Hard Rock, Flip, even Parlay Play, another DFS app, has this set to 14.5. Sleeper has it at 14.5. Dabble has it at 14.5. So all these different data points are all aligned in agreement that this should be at 14.5. We're getting it 1 point lower on PrizePicks. So we have all these different DFS apps and sportsbooks set at one number, and PrizePicks alone set 1 point lower. So we're going to go with the market agreements here. We're going to take Davion Mitchell and pick on PrizePicks, the outlier, over 13.5 points and assists, and that got bumped. So what will happen, and you guys will see this in real time, that Davion Mitchell, the value is gone. He got bumped from 13.5 to 14.5. We weren't quick enough to get that value in. That's okay. That would have been a very good play to get locked in. I'm actually going to go ahead and add in a quick filter here. We're going to go to TJ and NBA, a preset. I have these different presets and these different weights for specific sports books. I mentioned FanDuel and DraftKings, two of the sharpest when it comes to setting their NBA player prop markets. So I'm putting more weight in FanDuel and DraftKings. So my percent odds to hit that I'm seeing here on the optimizer will be reflective of those numbers. And I'm not really seeing anything right now. So let's go ahead and go back here. Let's go to all books. I don't want to have too many push props. That's the only issue here. So do we have anything where we're not getting any push props? Jordan Goodwin over 6.5 points. He's set to 7.5 across these books. So let's go ahead and add that as play number 2. Jordan Goodwin over 6.5 points. Oops. Give this a quick refresh. Now, what I can actually do is hide push props here. And hiding push props will mean that anything that doesn't end in 0.5, which has the ability to push, will no longer populate to this tool, which is very useful to have. Concanupple under 8.5 RA. That's pretty solid. We can go ahead and get that added in as play number 3. Concanupple, the potential rookie of the year. Why can't I close out of that? Concanupple under 8.5 rebounds plus assists. What else do we have here? Davion Mitchell under 14.5 now looks pretty good. I really like to look at FanDuel. I really like to look at DraftKings, and I really like to try to find plays where we're getting a discrepancy. Like we see here in Scoot Henderson, 16.5 points and assists. We actually have Novig and FanDuel set 1 point and assist lower than where PrizePicks is. So let's go ahead and add that as well. Scoot Henderson under points plus assists of 16.5. Keep doing that. Do a quick refresh. Nothing really else that's popping out. Let's go ahead and add these filters on one more time. Clinging under blocks is interesting. Now, we don't have book support from FanDuel or DraftKings. Peer-to-peer exchange sports books tend to be very sharp as well. You have, obviously users that can go on, set their own and make their own lines, their own odds, and put a certain amount of liquidity on a specific player prop. Anybody has the ability to go ahead and tail it. Unlimited markets, no limits for whales or users that are successful on other recreational sports books like DraftKings or FanDuel. So these typically tend to be sharp. Clinging under 1.5 blocks. Again, we're not seeing anything from FanDuel or DraftKings, but the percent odds to hit is pretty decent. Tyler Hero under 3-pointers made isn't that bad either. We added this Concanapple play, which is really good. Is there anything out here where FanDuel is really an outlier with their odds? Or if we have a discrepancy here that's crazy? One other thing we can definitely check is the Whale Watch tool. But I'm only seeing plays for this weekend. Andrew Wiggins under points. It's negative EV, so we don't want to take that. I think what we're going to do here, Scoot Henderson play popped up. Mark Williams under points actually is pretty interesting, especially adding in Jordan Goodwin over points. I think that's where we'll go. I think we're going to skip over Klingon under blocks just because we don't have a ton of book support. Let's go ahead and add in Mark Williams under points of 10.5. And we're going to keep this at a 5 flex. So 5 flex, if we go 5 for 5, we 10 times our money. If we go 4 for 5, we 2 times our money. And if we go 3 for 5, we 0.4 times our money. Now, I'm going to show you guys the slip. We have Ryan Kalkbrenner under 4 points, Jordan Goodwin over 6.5 points, Concanapple under 8.5 rebounds plus assists, Scoot Henderson under 16.5 points plus assists, and Mark Williams under 10.5 points. Now, the reason we build out 5 and 6 flex slips, or the reason that I'm such an advocate for building out 5 and 6 flex slips on PrizePicks is because mathematically those are the best slip types that you can enter. All right. So each individual leg inside our 5 flex slip, based on the math and the payouts that we're receiving, is equivalent to minus 119 odds. In a 6 flex, it's minus 118 odds. In a 2-man power, which are the slips that everybody peddles on social media and YouTube and things like that, it's minus 137 odds. So really, the 2-pick power on PrizePicks and the 3-pick flex are mathematically the 2 worst slip types that you can play on PrizePicks. And the reason we know all this is because PrizePicks is a fixed payout platform. It means it doesn't matter if we take more or less on these player prop projections, our payout's always going to remain the same. The only thing that actually changes the payout are the amount of legs that we're adding into our slips. You guys know that PrizePicks operates where you have to have at least 2 plays in a slip. You can go up to 6. So anywhere in between there, you can power, you can flex, etc. And mathematically, 5 and 6 flex slips are the best slip types that you can enter on PrizePicks. As long as you're not doing things like adding in demons or goblins or positively correlating, when you're just taking more or less props, specifically in NBA, where there really isn't too much positive correlation, your payout's always going to remain the same. So you're able to figure out the math on the back end, find the slips that are best for you, and utilize a tool like the Fantasy Player Props Optimizer that updates in real time. It pulls data from the sports books. It removes the VIG and the juice from the implied odds, showing you the actual true value that the market is giving a specific player prop that's offered on a DFS app like PrizePicks, the percent odds to hit that player prop has. So we do this for PrizePicks, Better, Pick6, Dabble, Underdog, all these different apps that use fixed payouts. You're able to leverage the sportsbook market and find instances where a DFS app is off from the rest of the market, like we saw with Davion Mitchell. PrizePicks had it at 13.5. The entire market was at 14.5. So PrizePicks went, adjusted their line to meet the market. And utilizing this tool, it's so powerful because you're able to find instances where the DFS app is off from the market, take advantage quickly, build out profitable slips, get CLV, closing line value, and that is how you profit long-term playing on DFS apps like PrizePicks. And this type of betting, plus EV betting, positive expected value, in this specific form of it, line shopping, is how you can put yourself in the best position to make money long-term. This is how you do it right here, guys. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you took something from it. Again, if you're still here and you're watching and you haven't hit that subscribe button, I do these daily videos every single day. I'm gonna do an MLB one tomorrow for the MLB slate Tuesday night. I'm doing this Monday night, technically early Tuesday morning. Wanted to get this slip out to you guys before all these plays get bumped or removed. I can guarantee you Kalkbrenner will be at 3.5. Goodwin will fluctuate between 6.5 and 7.5. Mark Williams probably gets bumped down to 10. Scoot Henderson definitely gets bumped down to 15.5. I can almost guarantee that happens before tip of these games. So lock this in. Again, if you are new, hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, and please hit the like button on this video. It really helps. And if you guys want to check out Upside, we have 5-day free trials, like I mentioned. They're linked in the description below and in the comment section in the replies. You can get 5 days free to our Plus EV plan or our Whale Watch tool. Highly suggest doing so. Again, using math, using data is how you profit playing on these apps. It's not about last 5. What have you done for me lately? Everything you can possibly think of is baked into these sportsbook lines and on these $1 million models. So take advantage of them, leverage them, let them show you instances where an app is slow or lagging behind or not updating, and take advantage of that app and take their money. That's what we do here. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Hopefully we can go 5 for 5 with this slip. Good luck if you tail. I'll see you on the next video.